Beloved brothers and sisters, as we close another weekend and we get ready for a new week full of challenges and possibilities, we consecrate our steps to the Lord with the powerful Psalm 108. There is no enemy that remains standing when God arises to act on our behalf. Favor. Psalm 108 is a call to faith alive, a certainty that there is a God who not only contemplates our struggles, but intervenes with power, undoing all the plot of evil, closing doors of affliction, and opening paths of victory. Where before there was only resistance, the word states, "In God we will do exploits, for he is the one who will tread on our enemies." If you need deliverance, protection, and victory for this new week that begins, write your name in the comments. And if it's not already part of our family, sign up now to be with us in prayer all the days, under the cover of the one who never fails. Now prepare your heart, because the God who performs feats is in motion, and no force the opposite will resist your actions. Lord, I begin this week with a heart at peace, because I know you are with me. I give you each day that will come, with the certainty that everything will work together for the well. You are the God who opens paths, who closes wrong doors and prepares victories where there seem to be no way out. I trust in your driving. I know I'm not alone, and that nothing escapes your control. Therefore, I rest in you. Guide my steps, guard my mind, and may each this week's breakdown is conducted by your faithful hand. Everything will work out because you are in control. Lord, only your Spirit can make me see beyond the human intentions, beyond the visible, beyond of the masks that many carry. For that, do not allow me to be deceived. Don't let tiredness or haste make me give up, but that each step, every conversation, every meeting, every decision is bathed in yours wisdom. Pours out discernment, for I know that true protection begins within. It starts in the thoughts. It starts when the Lord put direction in my spirit right, even when everything around screams the opposite. It is in this spirit of consecration that I ask of you. Keep my exit, guard my entrance, guard my routine, save everything that is not there under my control. I ask that your angel walk with me. May your presence be felt in every environment I step into. May nothing surprise me in any way negative. That every accident, every trap set by the enemy is destroyed before I even know about your existence. Do not allow me to fall in sieges. Don't let bad people intended have access to my heart. Don't let false friendships, what deceptive words, what traps, emotional ones can penetrate the barriers that your spirit builds around me. Father, I consecrate not only my ways, but all I have, my home, my family, my projects, my dreams, everything that is related to me. I ask for special protection over mine, about those I love, about homes that are part of my story, that there is no room for evil, that all door opened by carelessness, by words thoughtless due to negative feelings, be now closed by the blood of Lamb. I know that alone we can win. But in you, Lord, not there is a lost battle. I consecrate each plan of this day. I place before you each name, every person who crosses my path, every challenge, every struggle, everything. I deliver it to your altar, because nothing can be safer than what it is guarded by you. May every fiery arrow of the enemy is broken before it arrives. May every evil plan be nullified. May every lying mouth be silenced. May I do not live dominated by fear, but rather enveloped by absolute trust in your power to protect and deliver. If any evil is hanging around my house, my family, which is now dissipated by strength of your name, may no one evil influence finds a home in my story. Renew my strength, renew my faith, give me new hope in my heart, because by consecrating this day to the Lord, I believe that I'm under your care, under your authority, under your word. Father, in this prayer I hold on only in your grace, knowing that before from you I can be who I really am, with joys and pains, dreams and scars. I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to build appearances. I don't need to hide the internal battles that only the Lord knows. It is liberating to know that I can arrive like this, stripped of pride, with an open soul, bringing light to the thoughts that make me ashamed. For there is rejection, just be careful, restoration and unconditional love. For that, I place every weakness on your altar, every desire to give up, every part mine that needs healing, and I let your presence occupies all spaces empty and broken parts of my heart. I cry out, Lord, for royal protection, that not just external deliverance, but shielding inside my feelings, emotions, and decisions. I feel that the most challenging battles, they don't always appear on the outside, but in the storms that happen in secret of the mind and in sleepless nights. So I ask you, invade every thought, every unconfessed fear, every anxiety that tries to steal peace. May your spirit put limits where mine don't reach. May the Lord be a wall, invisible, impenetrable barrier to around my soul, preventing it from any contrary word, any arrow of doubt, any memory painful find a home and take root. Today, Lord, be my shield, my fortress, my sure rock. May no one and nothing can overcome the limit that your love has set for mine around, that with every attempt of the enemy your hand prevails. May each attack of evil your answer is greater, and that in everything I may live, breathe, and rest in the truth that the Lord declared. In God we will do valiantly, for he is the one who will trample on our enemies. In the silence, when the world turns its back, when even human forces fail and solutions disappear, that's where I believe that your actions prove to be more powerful. Camo now, so that the impossible can be reached by your hand, so that has already been considered lost is restored, so that every situation without response be touched by your voice, and each sentence of defeat be reversed by your power. You are the God who works exploits where there is no exit, which treads on the enemies who rise up, who show the afflicted heart that nothing is beyond yours rescue. When everyone was waiting for the failure, by the end of hope, your spirit breathes life where there was only ashes. I pray that now in secret, while many look and do not believe, the Lord move the waters, break the chains, open doors locked for years, and transform the story of the one who cries out, even without strength. Father, I believe that does not require human recognition, neither applause nor audience, for your miracle happens, just your order and impossible bends. Just one touch from you and the chains break, the impossible dissolves, and everything turns into an altar of testimony. God, who tramples on enemies, overturns every invisible accusation, every sentence that was launched out of envy, every curse they tried to place on my life and the life of those I love. The impossible will not be my end. It will be the stage of your miracle. May your spirit wrap me up, lift me up, make me see what no one else can see, that there is hope, that there is a way out, that there is answer, because the Lord never left to act. You are an expert in reversing scenarios, in making rivers rise, in the desert, in bringing provision from unlikely. So now supplies each hidden need, reveals solutions creative, send resources from where nobody expected, raises people who will be instruments of your favor. May the human sentence of no way be nullified by your victory sentence. May what seemed to be the end be just the end beginning of a new time. And may everything be to show that when everything seemed impossible, it was the Lord who worked. May this truth be real in every corner of my life, in the details that no one see, in the deepest feelings, in the fears that have not been confessed, in dreams kept in silence. Opera. God, do feats, trample the enemy of hopelessness, brings down the giant of doubt, and raises such a testimony extraordinary that no one will be able to explain, except by your power. Nothing can prevent your action, Lord. Turn my crying into dancing. Bring abundance where there was only scarcity. It fills of light the places where there was only darkness. And may every victory be marked not by my name, but by yours, because it was your hand that made it. It was your love that sustained, was your word that guaranteed. In God, yes, in God I do feats, and no one can stop me, your action. God of all majesty, only your favor is able to open doors where there were only walls, and your look of compassion changes destinies, exalts the unlikely, and surprises even those that they no longer believed. And it is with this truth engraved in the soul that I plead. Rain down a blessing upon my life that cannot be held by hands human, such supernatural growth that everyone around you sees your actions and recognize that it was the Lord who exalted, who raised, who honored, he who persevered in faith. Father, I ask, enter the places where I went discredited, visits the areas where I suffered rejection, where doors were closed and people said it wasn't for me. Pour upon me the favor that disarms arguments, which transcends barriers, that nullifies sentences of failure, and makes honor flourish in the midst of adversity. May your power put me ahead where they tried to push me back, that your grace put me in places of prominence, not for boasting, but for testimony that the Lord exalts the your children, and no one can frustrate the your purpose. The Lord knows the secret places where my name was spoken in secret, where they tried to block my advancement, where envy wanted me limit. But I believe that no plan of men can interrupt the blessing when it is released from above. That every area where I was diminished, every dream that they tried to kill, every project that was discredited is now involved by your favor. I now ask that the Lord wrap yourself in the cloak of honor. May the eyes be opened to see your favor over me. Pour over my house, my family, a shower of blessings so large that exceeds natural limits. What about each area where there was blockage now? Let your irresistible favor flow. May the voice of your Spirit be heard above from every accusation. Let the promises be fulfilled before the eyes of those who disbelieved. Your word says that it is in you that we will do feats. Therefore, I do not depend on circumstances, human support, or ground recognition. I depend only of the Lord, and that is enough for everything change in my favor. May every step taken from today be surrounded by grace. May no arrow of impediment find space. May all opposition fall by land. That every attempt to diminish be reversed into growth. Take away the shame, take away the limitation, take away the doubt, and shows everyone that whoever serves you will never be left behind. May my life is a milestone of promotion, divine, of growth in the midst of stones, flowering in arid soil, because your blessing is irresistible, and no one can contain what the Lord decided to release. Father, at this moment I deliver every tear that has ever fallen on silence, every anxiety I tried hide, every thought that left me restless, because I know you know every corner of my soul, and nothing passes unnoticed by your eyes. Probe now traumas, anxieties, feelings of loss, and goes beyond. It goes to the corners darkest, where only your light can achieve. That your promise in God we will do valiantly, for he will tread our enemies. Let it be fulfilled here, bringing victory over the battles that lock inside, which no one sees, but that the Lord knows deeply. Take from shoulders the invisible weight, Lord, that load that makes the chest tighten, that steals the will to live, which takes away the spirit that stops me from dreaming, renews my strength, makes courage spring up where there was insecurity, hope where the doubt, desire to smile where only there was pain. Makes every morning received as a gift, every detail of life be celebrated as proof of your care. It shows that the marks of the past do not define my present. which past defeats do not nullify achievements that the Lord has already prepared for me. God of majesty and glory, nothing compares to the help that comes from above. I feel in this moment the need for security that only the Lord can grant it, because the dangers, visible and invisible, surround the paths, and so often the feeling of being alone tries to invade the heart. But I cry out now, trusting in your word. I ask that your warrior angels protect my life, watching, fighting my pleas, preventing any evil action against me and mine. Father, I believe that there is an invisible, heavenly army to human eyes, but present in every details of my day, ready to act according to your order, so that no one enemy's dart strikes me. May each environment where I set foot is sanctified and kept by your presence. May every arrow of envy, every attempt of destruction, every word thrown to paralyze my walk is blocked by these angels sent by you. May your heavenly servants close the doors from danger, surround my house, guard every member of my family, and fight my spiritual battles with strength that goes beyond any understanding. Lord, I cry out for complete deliverance, for protection on the paths, in decisions, in the encounters and disagreements of life. If some trap has been set, if some snare has been set, was prepared, that your angels intervene now and undo all the hidden plan, the whole ambush, the whole trap set for me. What no threat has any force against him who is under your protection. And if there is battle around me, if there is enemy attempts to bring me down, I ask that your glory be a shield insurmountable. May your power be seen in every deliverance, in every closed door to evil, in every silent victory. When fear wants to approach, when the bad news tries to shake me, reminds me that I am not alone, because mighty angels are around, guarding my steps, holding my hand, dismantling traps, protecting my mind and my heart. May all oppression be destroyed now. May all evil influence be expelled from environment. May your messengers light the way and give me certainty that I am protected by the army of heavens. No matter how big the threat, nor the intensity of the battle, in God we will do valiantly, for he will tread our enemies. And with that promise I go in peace, because I know that the Lord has already ordered help, already sent reinforcement, already surrounded my life with your glory. That I never forget that I do not fight alone, that every battle faced is witnessed and overcome because of your intervention. May every night's sleep be calm, because your hand rests on me, and the angels of the Lord encamp around me around. And every promise kept, every word spoken by the Lord upon my life, everything that seemed forgotten now be activated by your Spirit. May I see concrete achievements, miracles happening, news coming, unlocking situations, dreams rising again, and promises are materializing before my eyes. May your faithfulness be proven in every detail, and every time of shame be replaced by double honor. There is no resistance that supports your actions. No, there is a delay that prevails against time, determined by you. I ask that all stagnation cycles and doors closed are closed, that a completely new time. I wish see visible signs of change where there were blockages, that they open wide paths where the answers were negatives. May there be a blessing for Lord, that even that which seemed too far out of reach start to be drawn closer by your hand powerful, that every righteous desire, every request made, with tears each prayer, not heard by others but heard by your heart, find an answer in time perfect. I want to live a new season where the impossible bows before your will, where doors were previously locked are opened in sequence, where people discredited begin to contemplate the deeds of the Lord, and even those who laughed at my dreams, who doubted my calling, be living witnesses of the move of God upon me. May my story inspire others not to give up, to remain firm, to believe that the time for an answer is coming for those who truly trust. Father, raises testimonies that mark this generation, rapid response stories of unexpected victory, of deliverance in record time. that everything that was said as impossible is reason for celebration. May families be restored, professional doors are opened, the impossible causes are resolved, and that each person who now with me live, in fact, the time of answers. Let there be no doubt that the Lord still keeps promises and surprise those who seek you with sincerity. Lord, dispel all fear of starting over, all fear of the new, that every failed attempt in the past has not prevented you from living the fullness of what you, the Lord, has reserved it. If necessary, rebuild courage, rekindle dreams, give birth to projects that were buried by pain, renews the capacity to wait, to trust, to walk, even when circumstances still appear unfavorable. May your Spirit guide every decision, bringing peace in choices and conviction, even when it is necessary to break with old patterns. That the spirit of delay, stagnation, tiredness, spiritual be destroyed. That all opposing force be crushed by your power, and that every detail is clear that the time of favor has come, of growth, multiplication. That the answer does not come in accordance with the human expectation, but that surpasses all logic. Let it come bigger, better, more faster, and more complete than anyone could imagine. There is no impossible for the Lord. There is no limits to your provision. There are no walls that resist your order. Play in forgotten areas, revive friendships healthy, restores relationships, family members, puts order where there was confusion, and makes everything work for the good of those who love you. May each open door may be lasting. May the favor is not momentary, but sustained by Lord, day after day. Teach us to live with gratitude, to see the beauty of small beginnings, celebrating each step forward without despising the wait. That anxiety. Give way to trust, and may the heart know how to rest even before seeing the miracle to manifest itself completely. Now I ask you, make it fall to the ground every word of discouragement, every sentence of failure, every voice of doubt. That your truth be the only audible voice in my interior, and may I never forget that the time of the answer has come, that the days of waiting are over, and the days of victory began. Mark this time with visible miracles, with doors wide open, with the honor that comes only from Lord. May each day from today onwards be lived with gratitude, courage, and celebration. Because in God, the days of victory has already begun. Let me look back and see how far I went. Be careful, how much I was delivered, how much the Lord prepared ways where there were only impossibilities. May I have the sensitivity to perceive every miracle, no matter how small, and recognize that nothing is by chance. Everything has a purpose. Everything works together for good, greater. May this new time be marked for constant gratitude, for awareness that when the Lord decides to act, He does not. There are those who can stop it. We have reached the end of this moment of clamor. And if your heart was touched by this prayer powerful, no, nothing can stop that who walks with God. No matter what size of the battle, the Lord has already decreed victory over all evil, and there are exploits prepared for those who do not give up, believe. If you want to continue receiving strong prayers, sign up now at Oración del Cielo. Activate the bell so you don't miss it. No moment of faith and renewal. Let in the comments the name of the people who need protection and victory, because let's pray for each one. Share this prayer with those who need to be strengthened today. You are part of a family of faith, and together we will experience miracles extraordinary. See you in the next prayer.